Morning guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to this lovely gorgeous March morning. Look at it, absolutely really red hot warm, I'm gonna say that. But it's really nice, clear skies. Yes, March morning. Let's talk portaloos, porta potties, toilets in your vans. As you know, Ivy, our Eco Daily, has got a bathroom and toilet in, which I built getting up for nearly 3 years ago now. So I'm going to change my mind a bit on where the toilet's positioned and how we get at it. There's the other van at the moment, which is the runaround van that we use for work. That's another project at some point, I reckon. It's an old ex-minibus. Quite a good van that is, so I might have a look at that in time, maybe. So yeah, when I built this, the actual outlet for the toilet goes through there in the garage area, so we can just pull it out the back, so we didn't have to put any holes in the side at the time. And at the time when we built it, there wasn't really much in the back area in the garage, but as you know now, it's crammed full of awnings, bikes, electric bikes, generators, all sorts of crap shoved in there all the time. And at the time I thought it was easy to put it through the back there, but what I'm finding now is when we're away for weeks at a time, getting that toilet cassette at the back is a nightmare, to be honest with you. You have to take it off the blooming contents of the garage at the back to get the toilet out. I do run with 2 cassettes. We have got 2 cassette toilets, which are down here at the moment, look, in the garage here. I've just taken out everything out, so I've got 2 cassette toilets, which is an handy thing to have. But let me show you inside what I'm thinking of doing, and we'll take you along the process of. I've just ripped out a bit of what was the flooring in the bathroom. Back when I did this, really, all we did this bathroom what was on the cheap, really. It was just the actual nowadays you put all PVC and all that round plastic to line it all out. This was just floor carpeting, bathroom floor carpeting. That's all I used with this at the time. Just basically lino, sheets of lino, and lined it out that way, and it's worked all these years. For the last 3 years it's worked, that lino. But the toilet has always been sitting there. It is a bit raised up a bit more than normal, guys. You'll be thinking, why is that so high? Is because to gain all this space of this van as far back as we can, to have this lovely big open space here when you're sitting by the sea in the Mediterranean, or by a canal, or by a river. It's you've got all this space that you can look out this door by sitting on that bench, big bench seat there. So for that sacrifice, we had to shove the bathroom compartment as far back as we can, which ended up over the wheel arch, but we still got the big double bed on the back end, the fixed bed. Then obviously got all the cooker, the fridge and everything else still in, so there's loads of space. So we had to put it at that height, which is great. You can still get in here, still sit down, still sit on the toilet, have a shower on the toilet as well. But yeah, so the crapper as they say, the toilet cassette one, Thetford. It was a second one and one at the caravan that I stripped out, because obviously a lot of this, as you can probably see, was a caravan. All the doors, the panels, the cooker, the isotherm, obviously the fridge has been updated, but the rest of it was basically all out of a stripped caravan. So what I'm going to do now is, where that is turn it. I've been looking at it for ages and ages, thinking, can I do that right? Will it work? So this is my idea. I'm going to take that out, turn it round, just like this. It'll end up like that. Okay, got the hole at the back from where the old access point was before, which is no problem. I'll block that up, but I'll probably use that for the pipe, because I'm still going to keep the separate water tank for the toilet itself with a button to keep that separate. That's just a pipe that goes out into there, and it's just an electric button that you press, and that then washes the toilet out. But yeah, I'm going to put it through that wall at the side of the van, so it'll be easy access. Obviously this will all be filled back in, as you'll see in the end. That'll all be filled back in. I have got some sheet plastic now lining, so I'll put that on there. That sits down. Then there's 4 screws that go in the base of this. I tried to find everywhere when I put it in to begin with, how do you fix these on? Because everybody's saying, oh, there's just a catch on the back of here, clips on, that's it. There's actually 4 mounting points, which I'll show you at some point, in the bottom of these, which you can just screw to the floor. That's solid, then won't go anywhere. And that'll obviously be cut out the bottom, that'll go against the wall, and then I can put an hole through the side of the van, another hole, it don't matter with these. This is a self-build. That's what it is. Self-build van, self-build conversion. That's what we do. We put holes in vans, and that's going to be roughly. I've worked out in that sort of section there. You'll have the flat clunk clonk, pull it down, pull it out, and then we can pull up wherever, change the toilet cassette over, bang and away again without taking all the crap out the back of the garage all the time. So, right, let's bring you along the journey. Let's get going. There you go, nice scrub down, good as new. Nice and hygienic now to work with. Not that it wasn't before, but just sort of give it a clean off so it's easy to work with. Hands all over it again, even though it was crap. Yeah, that's all inside. And then the 4 fasten down points I was on about, you can see the one there, look. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're the fasten down pipes, fasten down mounting points, screws. So what I'm going to do is, obviously that'll go through, down through there, and up there, underneath. So they'll be at the side. That's going to go back up there, be wired back in again, and bring the wire down. And that's it. Out the side of the van. This has been some years ago, that crack that one did, the top. So this is another top I put on. And what I did was put another piece of PVC plastic, silicone, Sikaflexed it in to double up, so that top there is ideal. You can sit on that, obviously, when you're on the shower and toilet in one. So yeah, it's a few years old that is now, but it still does the trick. Still does the job. Number 1 and 2 jobs. Catch it a bit. Parcel man's bin. Look. The door. From Thetford. Obviously the hatch door at the side. So it comes in a, I think, different sizes, but this is the one we want for this, which is a 3, door 3. Got keys, lock and everything. So that's going there somewhere. Probably in that position so it folds down as well. Got all the fixing brackets. I think you're supposed to use the metal of the van itself that you cut out to go in the gap here. So we'll see as we go along. It's going to go there somewhere roughly. So yeah, I like parcels. Right, let's carry on. See you in a bit. So yeah, after some thought, because it was slightly sloped, the wool was at the bottom there, I cut that slot out there, which, and actually, if I put that in place there, actual toilet sits lovely and flat on the floor there. Just bolt down then, 4 screws, job's a good one. Bit of an hole there for seeing into the garage. Got the pipe work as well now in the back, got that all ready. So I've done the one-handed here we go. Let me just lift that up and show you. I've extended the pipe. I've extended the pipe in the back here. I've extended the pipe ready in the back here, so that'll go there, look. Put the joint on, that'll go at the back. Put a new cable on, ready for the electrics. So that's on a separate system now. So yeah, it's getting there. Got to cut holes in the side next, but I've noticed on that the door, Thetford door templates you can use on the back here. That's the door panel aperture with the door, and that's obviously the inner. So the inner bit is for cutting out, so you can see what you've got to cut out. So that's going to go that way, obviously, on there. So door contour 3, yeah, and that's the inner piece, isn't it? So that'll be that way round, obviously. So that's what we're going to cut the B down there somewhere. I'm going to put 2 little guide holes in a minute now, so we know where we are at the lowest point in the where the toilet was, the lowest point, so at least I'll know where to start, because that hole there, literally what was there, it's all going back in the same place, so I can now mimic that there where we are, measure that and put that there and drill a hole through, so we know 4 holes, you know where they are, and that'll give me the idea of where we've got to go with that template outside. So, next job, cut holes inside. Right guys, with the multi-tool I've just cut that gap now, similar to the old one. So, what's behind window number 2? Let's have a look. Metalwork. Oh, never mind, that's only to there, so we can chop that out. That metalwork out there, which should give us the hatch in. Just over the wheel arch by the looks of it. So, that won't be a problem, we can cut that out. And probably put a bit of a framework in there after to make it look a bit better from the outside when you open the flap up. But that's good. That'll sit back alright there. I was worrying we're going to be right on the wheel arch stuff, but from memory, yeah, the wheel arch is further down. We're just coming onto it there, so that's good. Yeah, so no problem. Double skin there, that's the trouble now. We've got that bit out. We can easily cut that bit there off the body. I'm hoping that that there is just enough for the hatch to come through without chopping that, else I'll have to just chop that bit there because that's double skinned there. We'll have a look. But yeah, there we are. We're through virtually. Just got to mark up now where these come to, where that sits and that goes, and we can mark there and there. Drill holes, then go back outside and measure it to the, so it'll be the box opening. Right, next thing. Right, that bit of wood there, 1.5 inches from the bottom, and that's equivalent to the gap we need from the floor to where it starts to slide in, which is that piece of wood. So I've took that piece of wood now in here and put into that gap where that would go, which is there, literally there, and then that's, I've marked it there, is half of that, 6.5 each way, 13 inches that is, and that's put that straight there. So that there, guys, one way or another, is going to be the hole, the bottom. X marks the spot. Middle of there, that's the very bottom, the middle, outside should be. So, let's go and have a look. That's where it's going. Let's have a look. Oh, that's alright. So that's the very bottom of it, in the middle of, so there somewhere. There's that rib I was on about. Hopefully we can get it just within that rib. But that's, yeah, that's the bottom of it. I can put that template on now, mark it out, cut it out. Job's a good one, we hope. Guys, when you're cutting this out, they say to use a template, which is this here, which is correct. That's the template. It's the outer, because if you look at this here, that there, that just slides over to sandwich it after. So that's what you're cutting in, is this bit here. So use this as your template, because that's that, look. So if I come back over to here, that is what I'm cutting out. That's what the hole's going to be. So as long as I line all that up and mark it out, that is going to be it. So it's just on that rib there, which is a little bit of a worry. Never mind. It's going to be about there. I've marked it because that 1.5 inches that I said about, the bottom there, that's to the lid. That's to here. That 1.5 inches is this bit here, coming up to here, or the bottom rather, to there. So I've got to go back up with the cutout below that to there. So that's where we're going to be, somewhere there. Let's mark it out and cut a hole in the van. There you go, guys. What I've done is got the middle of this from there to there, that's right in the middle, 1 inch below, which we said we've got to be, and then I've taped it so that is exactly the same there, the same there, and the same there, which looks all pretty well okay. So it's got 2 chances, isn't it? It looks okay. All I've got to do now is obviously go around all this bit, mark it all out, and obviously I'll put some tape around it where I'm cutting, and that will be the hole. and then the inner bit, which is a smaller bit, will obviously where the cassette comes out, because this will be where they fasten to, on the outer, where the drill holes will be. Right, wish me luck. Debating which one to use, whether to use the jig or whether to use this, but this is the well inside, so I'm going to try this to begin with, I think, first. So surely put a groove all the way around first, I think, then I might hit it with this in a minute. Change the blade or something for a minute. Right, we're sorted to this now. Obviously we've got that groove, which is better now. Work with it. If we don't have a fire inside, I'm going to have a look what's in there, Mike. So fire. We're good. Nobody on the loo, no methane. I'm going to move you out of the way. We'll have one knacker camera. Like it when we've got bits of metal flying everywhere. As you can see, it's gone dark now. After a bit of chopping and cutting and messing about, we managed to get the hole in. Just needs a bit of tidying up, but we got ribs everywhere, which I thought we might have. But the main thing is, once that's all sorted out, that will do that and come out. El presto. So, one-handed, trying to get that back in, sorry. That's all we wanted it to do, and it does. Clear that off a bit, fasten that down, tidy around the edge, put the door on. Job's a good one. So I think we'll carry on with this when it's daylight. Catch you tomorrow. Morning guys, welcome back. Next day now. Daylight. Right, you saw as it went dark last night, we got the hole in and sorted. Slowly using the multi-tool, bit by bit, to get a groove round first, and then obviously a bit by the grinder. You might ask, why didn't we use the jig? The only trouble is when you're using the jig, which is alright if you just cut in here, but when you're getting up to places where it's double skinned and that with the jig, it just fights it and breaks blades and everything. But we got there in the end. Virtually level, need to just take a little bit there and get it leveled up, but we'll have a bit of play in there. I'm going to try and see what we can do now. That's the gap for the cassette to come in and out of, so we're okay there. Just got to try and line this inside somewhere or other, which we'll have a look at in a minute. So yeah, let's crack on. Right guys, that's it. All done, all smoothed off, all cut back a bit further so it's a better gap opening. All grinded down. A warning though, when you're putting these in, if you go to the template or to that other bit, there's a slight bevel there, look, on that corner. And when I first put it in, it would not go up against it. Wouldn't go against flush with the van. So if you use the back one, the one that comes in from the back to sandwich it, and I managed to get this, so this literally fits in tight like that, and then that means that one there goes flush straight up to the bodywork. I've got to just fill that in a little bit there, but other than that, it's straight flush with the bodywork. So top tip there, use the back sandwich flange of it, this one, and you'll close the gap up and make sure it's okay then. Also, let me just take that off again. Nice fit. Let me just measure that to show you as well, because obviously keep measuring, make sure it's level. That's a tight fit, guys. I'm going to put some paint around that now in a second or two to make sure. But as you see, if you go from that level there, that's just about 3 1/4, 3 1/4 to the top there, 3 1/4. So it's dead on flush with that there. So yeah, happy with that. Get some paint out now and then have a clean up. Right, cap on. Right, just going to tidy the edges up now with a bit of this Amorite white paint. It's around where we've caught different pieces around there, like. I want to touch all that sort of side up there. And all these around the joint where we cut out. So, I'm going to crack on and tidy all that bit up. Paint it so it protects it a bit before we put everything else on. There you go, all painted. So there's the old rust bug, won't be able to get at it too much. Best we can do with it for now. Obviously we'll put some wood around here to trim it after, once that goes in. But now I'll let that go off, dry it, let it dry, and then I can then put that door in. And I make a sandwich now on a cuppa. Catch you in a bit. Right guys, I've got a piece of plyboard now into the area there where that's where the toilet's going to sit. I've obviously got to mark this now all the way around there to cut it out so it can sit down further. Then once that's sat down, I'll get a piece of plastic PVC sheeting I've got and cover that over. That will fasten down now, that will solid there, and silicone it in, and it'll have a sheet of like plastic stuff over the top in a bit. So let's get the pencil marks on it and cut it out. There we go. That's all cut, sat down just by marking out on that with a bit of pencil then, with the toilet on top of it. A little bit of a gap there, silicone can get that, and up down there. So I'll get some plastic in a minute. That's the piece I cut it out of. It's only thin stuff, doesn't need to be heavy because it's not load bearing and such, because the toilet's sitting straight down. And there you are, down on the floor. So that bit's nearly in and done as well now. So we'll get the plastic piece done now, which is some plastic sheeting which I got around here, look. And some sheeting, yeah, still here, a bit dirty, clean it off a bit, but plastic liner stuff like they use for the showers, cubicles and what have you, that'll do. Put that on top of that wood around the toilet, make another template out of the wood we got, and just stick the one to the other, stick that down first. I've just got little battens all the way around now for the load bearing of it, so you can stick it there, and then we'll put the plastic one on and seal it all round, fasten it down. Just got to deal with the back of there a bit in a minute now, where the old gap is. Perhaps that might be a little smuggler's little thing from the garage, little flap on it, hiding area. Storage. Right, carry on. So there we go guys, toilet base in, made and ready, fastened down. That's made to go on it. Just silicone all that in, and silicone all around the edges then. Keep that for now until the water tank, we're going to have a water heater tank up there, water heater, which will come down and the pipes will feed down the back. But obviously this will all silicone around the front when the toilet drops in now. So yeah, that's sealed up down there now as well. Got the little 2 holes in there ready for the water pipe and the electrics. I'll just blank that off for now in a bit. So yeah, not doing too bad I suppose. Toilet can go in now, be fixed down, and then I'll put the door on the front. Right, let's crack on with that. Right guys, that's in then, toilet's in, fastened down, nice and solid in there. Obviously you can swivel round to there, or you can swivel back around there. All sealed in, look, all the way around. Even all this is all sealed in. This is all dry now. I did this last night as it was going dark. I put that bit to the back for now. It's only temporary, this bit here, because there's going to be a heater, water heater system going up to the top there, which I'll show you some other point. So I'm going to leave that so I can get back into the garage area with the pipes and pipe work. If we go back outside, Bit of a difference today, isn't it? Raining, look at it. Horrible compared to yesterday in the last few days. So there we have it, water pipe all fastened in, goes in and out through the garage area. That now is easy, in and out. Nice and simple. Just got to put the door on now. In the garage here. As you can see, there's that blank plate for now. Here's the water pipe coming through and the electric's ready to sort that out. Next job we've got to do now is when this comes, this door, obviously the door is just got, there's no blank or nothing in it. It's just that. So what I've done is made a template out of a bit of cardboard for now, which is that there, look, which will go into that space there. Now, two minds whether to use the old bit of tin I've cut out, which it will just about do it, so it will keep the contour of the van, because it's got that curve in it, a slight curve there, look. So I'm going to try if I can salvage this bit of metal, because obviously trying to hack it out, cut it out, we've got a bit of something there which I can fill, or put a bit of gasket glue in there, you won't even know that, but this bit here I think just about get it with it, and it's, the good bit's still okay. So wish me luck, let's have a go, mark it out and see what happens. Right guys, skipped along a bit there now, it's actually in now. In the end I was struggling, as you know, trying to cut what was the van panel, what was the actual metal of the van, but what I was finding is this bit here, which is arced there, was not sitting in here properly, and you would have to put a load of silicone in there and it would look awful. So I've gone for just the white PVC liner that you do the bathrooms with and that. So it's one sheet of that at the front, and then I think there's 3 sheets of this stuff doubled up. It's only light, nothing, it's just insulation boarding in between to sandwich it. So that goes in there, look. So you've got the outer plastic and the inner plastic and the outer plastic, and then I sandwiched it with that and clipped it together so it's nice and light, and that's done that job. So there you go, all fastened in, job done. Just got to when we can now finish off the inside, which we've done, as you saw before. The toilet is all in now, all just done a bit of a clean up now inside. If I just quickly open the door here, so as you saw before, the bathroom's all done now, toilet's in, all the PVC plastics on the bottom there, all sealed round, shower curtain back in. At some point, as I say, I'm going to finish that off at the back there, once the water heater system goes up there, because that's where the water heater system is going to be, with the vent up in the corner. So we'll have instant hot water all the time, plenty of ventilation. You got that for ventilation, you got ventilation with the door in here, and there'll be an electric fan I'm going to put up in the top corner there. But yeah, bathroom's all done, shower trace all sorted out and fastened down, so all back in, all good. Took a bit of doing, it's not an easy job, because obviously cutting to the side of a panel van, and you've got strengthening bars and everything to deal with, but we've done it. So now obviously I've just trimmed around there with a bit of wood around here just to make it look a little bit tidier there. That's just all been glued in and just going off at the moment. So then I'll paint that white, and there we have it, and just grab that, pull that out, empty it, back in again. Job's a good one. So yeah, a bit long-winded I know, sorry guys, but at least that's done. Now we'll get on to something else different. I'll let you know what next. Catch you soon, bye for now, and don't forget to subscribe, press that button, so when the next things come along that we're doing, probably that water heater next, or the light bars, put some light bars on the front, and obviously the usual vlogs when we're out and about, Claire and I and Gizzy, which I think we're out this weekend coming up, it's Saturday night to cream tea van eats thing. So yeah, that should be a fun weekend. So for now, catch you again soon, have a good week, bye for now.